it works really well in my favor. So that's what I still like to try different things, but if I want a winning formula, that's it right there. Look at winning outliers. When I say outliers too, these are videos that have done really well for them that typically have not, like if you look at their views, you see these breakout videos where you're like, oh, that did really well. And you ask yourself why. Is it the title? Is it the thumbnail?
Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of the YouTube Creators Hub podcast. Dusty here. As always, I really would like to say thank you to all of you who have been listening the past few weeks. The show is really growing, and it's because of people like you. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the show wherever and however you listen to your podcast. That way, every Friday when we release a new interview, you are notified through your feed. Also, we're brought to you today by everything that we have to offer creators. First thing is I offer one-to-one YouTube coaching. I work with many creators all throughout the week, have been working with some of them for years now, and I'd love to be that for you. So if you're looking to take your YouTube channel to the next level and you'd like to start working with someone, definitely check out my links in the show notes of this episode and others. As well as for $5 a month, you get access to our Creators Corner Mastermind group. It's access to our Discord server where you can chat and rub elbows with other creators. We do a once-a-month Zoom call, which is our mastermind calls that I host. We either do deep dives into someone's channel or we cover a specific topic. And then I also release exclusive podcast episodes that are just monologues about different strategies and topics about being an entrepreneur, growing a YouTube channel, and just the overall creator economy. All of that is exclusive to you for $5. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. And then lastly, we have our Entrepreneur's Minute email newsletter. It's absolutely free. It releases every Friday, and it's basically a behind-the-scenes look of what it takes to be an entrepreneur, run a business, grow a YouTube channel, launch and grow a podcast. So if you're looking for tips, tricks, resources, just different thoughts that I have going on, definitely check that out if you haven't already. And with all that said, let's jump into this week's conversation. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the conversation portion of the show this week. I am joined today by Whitney Bonds. She is just Whitney Bonds over on YouTube. She is a creator of a thriving YouTube channel right now with over 150,000 subscribers. I believe that is actually a little bit delayed because right now she has 160,000 subscribers. Yeah. So you're actually doing much better than even your bio says, where she teaches aspiring entrepreneurs how to launch and grow successful online businesses, starting with YouTube at the core. She's known for her clear step-by-step guidance, and Whitney helps her audience master YouTube strategy, affiliate marketing, content creation, and much more, all with the goal of building sustainable income from home. Whitney, how you doing today?
I'm doing so great. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm happy to have you. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. Let's not waste any time. So the YouTube channel, as we mentioned, up to 160K subscribers. You're just now over the 200 videos uploaded mark. In terms of like myself, who's a YouTube coach, and I'm in this stuff every day, only 200 videos to get to 160,000 subscribers. You're obviously doing something right. So let's back up for a minute. What's the origin story of the YouTube channel? How did this whole thing start?
Yeah, so I started my whole online journey with a blog, and it started doing really well. I had no idea I wasn't a great writer or anything, but I followed this concept. Find someone who's doing something that you want to do and is doing well, and then use their strategy and make it your own. So I found out these bloggers were making $100,000 a month with their blog, and I only needed $2,000. So I said, okay, let me follow their strategy. So I followed their strategy to a T. I only made $5,000 my first year blogging, and then the very next year, I made over $200,000, and that was life-changing for my family and I. So a part of that process of learning how to blog, I followed the process of those bloggers making $100,000 a month. Long story short, I had to learn SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. It was completely Greek to me. I did not want to learn that, but I knew that's what I had to do to get to where I wanted to be. So I learned it. So long story short, I was doing well with my blog, but then Pinterest was one of my main traffic drivers to getting traffic to my blog. And they changed their algorithm, and I lost all my traffic. I was getting over 100,000 page views per month to my blog, and it went down to nothing. And then I was left with only Google as my source of traffic to my blog. And I didn't feel comfortable because what if Google changed their algorithm like Pinterest? I'd have nothing. And so I was looking for another outlet that could bring traffic to my blog. That was the intention that I was looking for and why I even thought maybe a YouTube channel. But I said I would never start a YouTube channel because I was terrified of being in front of the camera. I had such anxiety about just being on camera, speaking in public. And then I said I would never start a YouTube channel until I interviewed Nate O'Brien on my blog. And he's a YouTuber. And one of the questions I asked him was, Nate, how much do you make? And when he told me he made over $30,000 in just the month of January, just from ads, I was like, where's my camera? Because I was not going to allow my fear anymore keep me where I may have to go back to my 9 to 5. And that was like not going to happen. So I did what I had to do. I got over my fears and I just got started. And that's the only reason I started a YouTube channel is because I was inspired by Nate O'Brien. And I'm like, if he can do it, I can do it. And I wanted just to make sure that I had another sustainable income source than just my blog. Because if Google, which it did, they changed their algorithm and I lost all my traffic. So thank God I started a YouTube channel because it's been all the way up ever since I started my YouTube channel. So that's the backstory.
Yeah, a lot of takeaways there. Number one, I always tell people don't ever put all your eggs in one basket because if you do, you're going to be in trouble, especially in online business. It's why I all the time preach diversify your income streams. Very important.
Yeah.
I want to take you back to that moment when you realized that, okay, where's my camera? I want to start this thing.
Yeah.
What did you do internally to get yourself past the fear of putting yourself on camera? Because one of the things that I do when I prepare for my guests is I go back and I watch a bunch of their new videos, and then I go back and I watch their oldest videos. You just seem so comfortable now in your newer uploads. And then when I went to watch your first uploads, you could tell, like the rest of us, are learning. I don't even sound like myself in my first videos. How did you get past that?
Yeah. So I'm particular in what I want to say. And so I want to I can drift a lot. That was a problem for me. Like I can go off course when I'm trying to talk about, and with YouTube, retention is so important and just staying on topic and getting right to the point. So I had to eliminate that challenge of myself or whatever you would call it. I wasn't good at staying on task. So I had to figure out what could fix it. So I bought a teleprompter and that really changed everything for me. When I learned that I could just read what I'm saying, and to this day, I still use a teleprompter. I literally write my scripts out word for word, but I write like I talk. So when I'm reading, I'm just talking, but I'm staying on task. I know exactly what I'm going to say. I don't have to practice before I do a video. I can literally just write my script, come down when I think it's okay, come down and record, and it takes me less than 30 minutes, and I do it once a week. And now I've got it down to a science. So coming up, when I found out that I could have a teleprompter, that changed the whole game for me. And that gave me the confidence to say, I don't have to think about what to say. I can just read and just say whatever I wrote down that I need to say. So that was really a game changer for me. And the more I did it, at first I'm just like standing there like reading. Then I realized I had to move around, like act like I'm not reading. And I think that was really a big confidence builder, that I don't have to memorize what I have to say or try to act like an expert. I could just read. And that changed the game for me.
Yeah, the past few guests have had on the show have mentioned teleprompters as part of their revealing strategy of feeling more comfortable and feeling like they had that safety blanket of, and they make teleprompters now. Like right now, I'm looking at my really nice camera that I have set up with all my lights around and everything, and they make teleprompters, and I assume yours is similar, that basically looks as if you're looking into the camera.
Yeah, like I can show you really quickly, like this is mine right here. And then I'll have my phone, and I'm just like reading word for word. It's like a mirror. And I just read it, and it's attached to my camera here. So it's as
That's
if
awesome.
I'm just looking at the camera. And yeah, so that makes it so much easier for me. And that's the reason I can do this at such a fast rate of just coming down, recording for 30 minutes, and I'm done.
What was the moment with the YouTube channel where you thought to yourself, okay, this might be something serious? Like, I think I might have stumbled upon something that can really be the next kind of season for my business. What was that moment for you?
Honestly, it was when I started, because I just have this Me Too mentality. Like, if that happened for Nate, it can happen for me. I talk about personal finance. He talked about personal finance. I had a little different spin. I had kind of the moms and stuff like that. So I knew it going in. I wasn't going to go into anything that I didn't think was going to happen. And going in from day one, I always say I became the person that already had the plaque before I had it. And they say one video a week I did. Learn how to find topics that people are interested in. So I learned how to find topics that people are interested in, and I did videos on that. Does every video blow up? No. But if I do the research and I do what I found to work, it works. I still like to test things out and do stuff. And then when I do, like a video I posted recently, it didn't really pop off because I was trying to do something new. So I'm going back to say, all right, that's not a good strategy. So I just like to test a lot, even though when I do what I know works, it always works really well. But I still just, the creator in me still likes to try things outside of the box. But really, when I got started, I was all in. There wasn't a plan B. So I just said, this has got to work. And it worked. And I said the same thing with my blog. I think with having that other option is a motivator, and it just keeps me focused. I don't have another choice. This was it for me. So that's I was just all in from day one.
I love that. What was your biggest or one of your biggest breakthrough videos, and why do you think it worked?
Yeah, so one of the things, I had got an editor, and one day we were talking about, like, how can we get over this peak? Because I started my YouTube channel about blogging because I had a successful blog, so I thought it was just fitting to share how I make money blogging. But this is around 2020. People were not interested in blogging anymore, and I wanted the plaque. So I'm like, I'm just stuck at a certain amount. I'm only getting so many thousands of views, but I want to get over that hump. But subject matter is so important if that's what your goal is. You don't have to get a lot of views to make a lot of money. But my goal was just, I wanted the plaque and that kind of thing. So I had to figure out, what's my topic? I need to change what I talk about. And what I talk about has to be a broad, appealing, something that a lot of people are interested in. So I had to change what I was talking about. And what I talked about in my blog was making money. So that was an easy transition to say, if I want the views and the plaque and things like that, I have to change what I want to talk about. So everything really changed when I changed my subject matter to personal finance. And then my YouTube channel really blew up after I started talking about ways to make money, because it's just things that a lot more people are interested in.
So it was more of a kind of a net, the net got wider. Yeah. And your audience, your potential avatar, or the person you were trying to reach, really got wider, and you were reaching more people once you transitioned from, and we've really seen this, blogs still work. There's still a few blogs that I cover and a few blogs that I follow myself, and they're working, but it's not what it was in the early 2010s and things like that, where blogs were really blowing up. And you mentioned Pinterest and how they changed their algorithm. There's been a lot of things happen like that, and the world's really moved to video, and now we're getting into the world of AI. And so there's a lot of different things coming. And so I appreciate you sharing that kind of introspective journey of what you learned and making that pivot in your YouTube channel. That was going to be a question that I ask you later, and so I'm glad that you shared it there. Speaking of research and SEO, what is your strategy on thumbnails and packaging? How do you do it? Give us the full breakdown of your workflow when it comes to thumbnail design.
Yeah, I love this question because I am just a big proponent of just learning what works. So what I do though is I look at outliers of other industries, not my own, because if I do a video with the same thumbnail that everyone has done for the topic that I'm targeting, I can't stand out. They already saw that, next. But if I find things that are working in other niches, I can literally just take that and that same idea, that's a working idea, and then put it to my own channel. So I'm gonna give you an example. Charlie Chang is a personal finance YouTuber, and he did a video about, it was 11 genius ways to make money with ChatGPT, or from home, make money from home. That video did really well for him. And so I said, I want to do a video about how to make money on Canva. I had no idea I never know what to title my stuff. So I look at what's working for other people. So I said, okay, that was a working title, Genius Ways to Make Money. And then his was with ChatGPT. So I was thinking, okay, how can I make this for mine? So I only had 8 ways that you could make money with Canva. So I said 8 genius ways to make money with Canva. That was a working title that I had to just put my own spin to. And then I had a good thumbnail that was get rich with Canva. And this was another Charlie Chang's thumbnail that he had used for a different video topic, totally different topic. And so it worked for him. So I'm saying that could work for me. So I did a little different spin to it, but I did what was working. I put for the video target that I was working on, and that video is doing really right now. And I know it's because I did my research by looking at what was working and putting my own spin to it. And every time I do that, it works really well in my favor. So that's what I still like to try different things, but if I want a winning formula, that's it right there. Look at outliers of winning outliers. When I say outliers too, these are videos that have done really well for them that typically have not, like if you look at their views, they're called like breakout videos. So then you'll have to see these breakout videos where you're like, oh, that did really well. And you ask yourself why. Is it the title? Is it the thumbnail? It's usually those two things or the intro, or it's usually the two things. So that's what I look for. And that's like my strategy when I'm trying to do a new YouTube video.
It's amazing you just said that. It's one of the strategies that I help implement for my clients in my coaching business is when they hire me, I say, okay, let's look at outliers. And they're like, what's an outlier? And so we go and we look, and it's basically videos that overperform for the creator. Yeah. So if you use a tool like VidIQ, they actually give you a thing underneath the video thumbnail and title that says like 10x, or some of them even have 100x, which was a super big outlier. And I'm looking at that one now for your channel, 8 Genius Ways to Make Money with Canva. You uploaded that 13 days ago. It's at 66,000 views, 91 views per hour on average right now. And that's a 7.6x outlier for even your channel, which is fantastic. That video is really performing well for you. And you just walked us through the whole process. You can tell you're a creator because not only did you give us the actual answer to my question, but you gave me an example, which is so helpful for people listening and watching this podcast later. So I really appreciate you doing that. Now, there are tools out there like 1of10.com, Spotter Studio. I mentioned VidIQ. How do you do your research? Do you just go to YouTube and search for a niche or something that you know that you've looked at before or that you're relevant, or how do you do that?
Great question. The YouTube homepage is like my go-to. I feel like this is such an underrated way, but it's a great way to I constantly am looking at my YouTube homepage and seeing what they're feeding me. And I'm finding new creators all the time I've never seen before. And I can see with VidIQ, what are some breakout videos that are happening for them. So one thing I do is, who is this person? So I would just go to their page, go to their videos, and then I'll look, and then I'll go to popular. Because I'm always interested, what are popular, I don't know what people are interested in. I let the views tell me. So I go to their popular, and then I see what kind of videos have done well for them to tell me what are people interested in. I have no idea. I let the research tell me. So I let the views tell me what people are interested in, and then I say, would I want to do a video on that? If so, I just screenshot a lot of these things, and then I'll just put it in like a Google Doc of just working titles or video ideas that I can do. So when it comes to doing a video, I can just go to that little bank that I've created and just come up with ideas that are working, and then look at the thumbnail and title and just rework them for my own self.
That's fantastic. Next question. How often do you post, and how do you balance consistency and burnout?
Yeah, great question. I post once a week, and I want to get to the point so bad. I keep saying this, that I want a batch. I want to be able to come like at least 1 week, do a couple videos, but that's easier than it sounds. And it's like, the system that I have right now is on Monday, I find out what I'm going to do a video on. And then Tuesday, I actually write my script out. And then Wednesday, I record and send it off to my editor, and then I'm done for the week. See, those extra days that I have free now, I could be working towards another video sooner, but I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3, so I still want to enjoy my life. So to me, this is the work part. Once I do that, and it doesn't take me much time, especially if you do this on a continuous basis, it does not take as much time, especially if you're doing a listicle video where you just are doing videos that you've already done before, but you're putting them into a list. It doesn't take much time to do those types of videos, but that's currently my process. I work like 3 days a week, 5 to 10 hours, because I don't work full-time days because I'm a mom, and I still do other things in my business, but YouTube is my primary income source. But this is like my schedule per week, pretty much.
Can you talk a little bit about community building outside and inside of YouTube? Like, what are you doing to foster a community that trusts you, that will click on your affiliate links, that will come back and watch your videos over and over again? What part does the community play in the brand that you're building from your YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's huge. One of the things so I make the most of my money with affiliate marketing. And the only way that I can make money with affiliate marketing is by building trust. So in my videos, I'm always not just saying do this. I'm showing why, or I'm typically showing a success story of someone who has done something. And then I show them the process that they went through. So any tools or things that they've done to get to that point, that gives them a belief that if the whole Me Too mentality, if they can do that and that's what they went through, then I can do it too. And then they need to know how. So they go to my description or my comment section, they'll click on the link to get to that a result that they're looking for. So I think just trust is everything. Showing what I've done. I'm very transparent about what I do and how much I make. And then the roadblocks too. I think people really want real. And if you can do, that's why people like me and come back to my channel, is because they're like, oh, I know she's not just giving some fluff. She's got some actual ways and backed up by data or other success stories that I can trust her because of these reasons.
Speaking of the trust that leads to monetization, let's go ahead and transition now into how you make money. So let's start the conversation with your monetization buckets, is what I like to call them. You mentioned that it's primarily affiliate revenue, and then you obviously have YouTube ad revenue. So break it down for us. What does the income stream kind of model look like for you currently?
Yeah, so it's funny because I make most of my money with affiliate marketing, which is usually around $20,000 a month with just affiliate marketing, and sometimes it's more depending on how well a video does. With ad revenue, like this month, I haven't made this month much in a while, but this month I'm making over like $9,100. And that is, I usually run like 5,000 to 6,000, but I've been having some videos do really well. So this month is like $9,100. And then this, I can't believe it because I typically don't like sponsorships and I normally don't do them, but they are about to supersede how much I'm making right now from some brand deals that I'm just like securing right now. And while I think that's good, I also, brand deals don't last forever. So I want to continue to make sure that I have something in place that is going to continuously make me money. But brand deals right now is actually superseding my income right now for some deals that we're working to make them, putting them in the contract and everything. So it's nothing set yet, but we've had meetings that I'm just like, my mind is blown by the amount that brands will pay for you to talk about their products, and you get affiliate opportunities out of this stuff. So I'm just amazed at all this stuff.
So let's get a little deeper with that. Let's just go ahead and put a magnifying glass on the affiliate stuff, because I haven't talked affiliate very much in the past few months. So break it down for us, like a specific video. Let's just say the Canva video per se, the one we've been talking about, 8 genius ways to make money with Canva.
Yeah.
How are you making money from that video? Will you talk about the affiliate process and explain it in depth to the audience?
Yeah, so that one, honestly, I am not making much money at all with affiliates for that one, because I have a brand sponsorship in that one. So that was more of a video. I should say I'm making some money, because in the very first way that I talk about you can make money in that video is through printables. And I don't go very in depth in it, which is a smart hack, because I have a longer form video that goes into how to make money with printables. So I'm also directing people to that video, and that video is the one that has affiliate opportunity in there. And it's one of the ones that make me like money like almost every day. And sometimes it's $74 from just that one affiliate opportunity. So that is one of the ways that I'm making money through affiliate marketing in that video. But I have a sponsorship in that video too that I'm making really good money on based off the views for that. So I thought this video would do really well, and it's going to pay me really well from this brand that I promoted in that video. And ad revenue was another way that I was saying, okay, I could probably make good money with ads on this video. I know I'm going to promote the sponsor in this video, and I can take people to my other video about printables to make money with affiliate commissions. Everything else is really just good value, free information. And I do that on purpose sometimes, because I don't want people thinking I'm just trying to sell them something every single time. So I don't want the video being full of affiliate links, because it just looks like I'm just trying to say these things to make money. So there's a strategy to it, and there's a strategy to it. You don't want to just, everything's by this so you can learn how to make money. Like, everything you do not. And that's why I think too, my audience likes me and trusts me, because it's not always about making money. It's also about building trust and long-term relationships, where when I do have something that they want to pay for, that they'll actually trust that it's something good, and they don't mind it from being for someone like me.
How do you balance that? How do you balance providing good factual information that is beneficial and going to be helpful to the viewer, and also knowing that deep down you're trying to stay afloat and make money from these videos? How are you balancing
Yeah,
those
it's a
things?
great question because I would say I lose a lot of money too because I'm also being ethical. I look at a lot of other YouTubers talking about some stuff and I'm like, that does not make money or that's not real. And I know deep down they're only doing that to make money. And so I just know that my integrity will take me longer or further in the long run than even right now. The way I balance is I always ask myself, does this really help someone? And that even makes me speak and be more true and honest with it. I balance it by making sure whatever I'm promoting is something that's real and it's not just trying to make money from it. Because if you can see through those people. And I know I see through these YouTubers and I know I don't believe anything that they say because I know they're just trying to promote something and make money from it, not really thinking about, does this really help the person? I think that's what separates me from other people. And sometimes you lose some dollars because of it, but I think in the long run, it's worth it.
Yeah, I feel like the types of videos that you do, I see come across my home feed quite frequently.
Yeah.
And there are people that I've clicked into the video thinking, we've all seen 8 ways to make money with Chat GPT or Gemini or Canva or whatever. But a lot of times I'll get 2 minutes into those videos and just start thinking to myself, man, this is all, it's like they're marketing something through their packaging that when I get into the video, there's not much depth there.
Yeah.
And with your videos, when I was watching them, the thing that I thought stood apart for your videos is that you'll actually give examples. Like you'll talk about actual humans that have made money via the tactics that you're talking about. And I think that doing strategies like that will really help the audience really begin to love you and trust you. And that's why you're doing so well with affiliates and brand deals and things such as that. So I really love to hear you say that because it is something that I feel like some people get tired of seeing these types of videos, but yours have a little bit of real world proof in them, which I think is awesome.
Thank you.
What's been the hardest part for you of being a creator that most people don't see?
Yeah, the hardest part is like not jumping on these trends. I like the thing now is 8 lazy ways to make money online. They're saying like $10,000 a month. And I know if I did a video on that, it would do good. Like I did a video on that before and it was like really, I don't want to say lazy, but some of the clickbait is just, I see that I could totally make a lot of money with these videos. And then, but I'm like, you really cannot be lazy and make that much money. And I could do a spin to it and say, I know you watch this because you want to be lazy, but these are actual, true, honest ways. You got to do a little bit of work. I could do a video like that. But when I see some of the videos and the titles, it just makes me cringe. And I see them doing so well, but I'm just like, they're not true. So I feel like that's a hard part for me because I want to do viral things. I want to do videos that a lot of people are doing it on. But if I just feel like it's just not honest, I don't do it. And I feel like there's that battle of I can make more money, but I also like, am I being honest? So it's just like that whole battle is like, it's real sometimes.
It is. And speaking of battle and internal battles, how do you push forward and stay motivated when a video doesn't do well or growth stalls, or you're like, okay, I'm used to making X number of dollars the past 3 months, but this month the average or the projections are slightly lower. How do you stay motivated and keep pushing forward?
Yeah, that's a great question because I'm telling you, it's like a video doesn't do well, and I'm like, do I know anything? And my business is crumbling now. It's just like the feelings of just one video not performing well, and I'm just like, do I know anything? And the answer is it's like such a mind battle. You have to say, no, Whitney, you know you're doing well. Every video is not going to pop off, but it just keep going. And then, so that's this week for me. Like this video that I did, I thought I could do well and it's just not performing like I wanted it to. And then I'm saying, okay, I just need to go back to what works. Making money online, side hustles. I feel like sometimes YouTube can put you in a box and the videos that do well will probably do well. And sometimes because this is my channel, I want to venture out a little bit. But sometimes when I venture out a little bit, it doesn't give me the results that I want to see. So I think that's okay too. I feel like, but I also have to remind myself that the video didn't do well because this is not my typical flow. This is not what I normally do. And when that happens, I just have to say, go back to what you know is working. So if I want to do well on YouTube, I know what's working. I should stick to what's working and continue to test stuff out. But just know if you test it out, it may not do well, and prepare yourself for that. I never prepare myself for a video not doing well. So when it doesn't do well, I just be like, do I know anything? And then I go through this whole battle again. Yes, you do. It's a whole thing with entrepreneurship. I tell you, it's something else.
It's one of the hardest parts because I was dealing with a coaching client last month whose channel got basically, it's like actors or child actors who get typecasted when they're younger and they can't ever get out of that specific role. If they're known to be the villain in video, in movies, it's going to be hard for them to branch out. There are some actors who transcend that, but as a YouTuber, YouTube can really put you in a box. And as a creator, sometimes you want to go outside the box. You want to talk about other stuff. And I think that there's going to be a place for that in the future. And I think that YouTube is going to do a better job going forward. It may take a couple of years of being able to allow creators to diversify. Like on my channel where I talk about YouTube, entrepreneurship, building an online business, faith and family. The last two, faith and family, I really can't talk about on the channel because YouTube will penalize me and it won't do as well as the stuff that I'm known for. And so I want a YouTube where we can talk about the broader topics in our channel. And I think that we'll get that. Speaking of YouTube, can you talk about the trends that you see as a creator that you think are going to shape the future of YouTube?
Yeah, I feel like this is the best time ever to start a YouTube channel. So since I'm always on the YouTube homepage just looking at what's happening, when I see these thumbnails and these new creators, it's just like talking head, no camera, there's no fancy equipment. The way YouTube is going that I see is people want real and they just want to see what are people doing that's real that they can like learn from. They want to see result-driven content that these people are saying how I made $15,000, copy me or something like that. And they're just showing a screenshot of like their dashboard or something like that. And that's their thumbnail. I'm like, how is this doing so well? But this is the way I see YouTube going, is this more authentic, real, not the whole glamorous thing that we think we need. The editing has gone down. You don't need that much editing at all. It's just like blowing my mind how things are changing and making it so much easier for people who want to start a YouTube channel to start a YouTube channel now. And that's why I'm like, this is the time, if ever, to start a YouTube channel because you don't need all the editing. Not every 5 seconds do you need something to take people's attention or keep their attention anyway. So I just feel like the time now is just to show what's working for you and share that because people are interested in what's working.
Are there any other platforms or formats that you're experimenting with right now as far as outside of YouTube?
Yeah, I've tried to, I shouldn't say try because try means that I'm being consistent. But so Instagram was something that I've been dabbling with, but I'm like, it's work. And so I was working on that. Then I was going to get into LinkedIn. But then I asked myself, what's making me money? Let me focus in all on that. And then maybe when I can start actually batching content, it'll free me up to have some time to actually focus a little bit on these other platforms. Because one of the things that I do love talking about is business. And so LinkedIn would be a great place because they don't have many creators on LinkedIn talking about this stuff. LinkedIn, Twitter, or X, and Instagram. It's just, those are the platforms that I know are probably not going away anywhere anytime soon. And I always think about how can I diversify myself. So that's the plan long term, is to be more in that area. And I want to continue to write. Like I enjoy writing now. Like I didn't like to write before, but that's like something that I want to do, become a better writer. And so tweeting and things like that. I look at Alex Hormozy and all the people who are doing what I want to do. That's like the platforms that they're on. And that's something that he does himself still to this day. So I just feel like that's something that I definitely want to do more of. But I want to focus more on YouTube, batch some stuff where I have the freedom to do and time to do other things. But those are the things that I probably will end up doing and having more of like a high ticket offer and things like that, getting to my own products. Because I've been promoting other people's products for so long. Now it's time to have my own product and have something of my own. So that's another thing that I'm looking into.
It's funny you mentioned that about writing. It's become a new passion of mine of trying to be a better writer. Yes, the email newsletter that I have, it's not very big right now. It's probably got, I don't know, like 7,000 or 8,000 email people who I'm connected with.
7,000 or 8,000.
But it's something that I just started growing at the end of last year. I had one that was over like 60,000 subscribers, but it wasn't the people that I wanted to reach. It was, they're all, I call them dead contacts because they're people who subscribe to other stuff that I was doing a decade ago. And so I wanted to reset and start over. And I'm getting so many responses from that small base of people to these emails that I'm writing. And it's one of the most enjoyable things that I'm doing. And I want to say, I think people are thinking that with AI and ChatGPT and Claude, that people are going to lose their ability to write. And I've found it to be the opposite.
Yeah.
Because I'm enjoying the writing aspect of it, but I'm using Claude and ChatGPT to help me and to proofread it and to make it more condensed and to take my ideas and thoughts and the things that I'm writing and just make them look a little slicker or a little better from the outside looking in. So I don't think that it's going to eliminate. Now, there are going to be people who just put everything through AI, get it to vomit out AI slop, which is what I call it, and they're going to do well with it. But I want to actually be authentic and be a writer myself. And what are your thoughts on that?
I love that especially because I gotta tell you this hack that I use for my email. I have a 50% open rate, which is pretty good. Oh. And I use the same subject line for every one of my emails. And it's just your must-read clips for the week. And I've trained them. I always just give out good value in my content. And I've trained them to open my emails because they're going to enjoy it. And I put a little personal touch about what I worked on that week. I send one email a week and I'll just say, hey, peeps. And I'll give them an example of what I learned through that week. And then I always post a YouTube video that I'm posting that week. And then maybe a little tip of the week or something like that. And that's done really well for me. And so I love my newsletter too. I love writing to my newsletter, and I have that built a community of people who are looking forward to my emails. So I think that's so huge. And I love what you said about becoming a better writer, because I just think that's a great skill to learn. And I use ChatGPT too, but I use them where I'll literally write everything and then I'll tell them how to make it better, or make this, tell them what I'm trying to do. And then I'll say, make it flow better or something. However, whatever my intention is, I'll tell them what it is. And then I'll copy and paste everything I already wrote. So it's all my words. They're just making it sound a little bit better. I think we're at a huge advantage because we can write and it will always look good, because at the end of the day, you can filter it through ChatGPT or Claude.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. I'm glad that you and I agree on that premise. As we close out today, I want to ask you more of a bigger picture question. What final message would you give to aspiring YouTubers and creators and entrepreneurs listening to this podcast?
Yeah, everything is with intention. You don't just create a video because you have a great idea. You use intention and say, okay, what's working? Why would someone watch this? And ask yourself every single time, would I want to watch this? Would this make me curious enough to click right now? You want to always stay curious and asking yourself as your own avatar, is this something that I would watch? Even throughout your entire video, am I looking at my phone while I'm supposed to be reviewing my video? What's making me not want to watch it? You need to train yourself to be able to look at what's working and then put your own spin to it. So that's my biggest advice, is just to learn what's working for other people and not just post things, but do everything with intention. And that's how you're going to get far on YouTube.
Wow, that is great. Whitney, thank you so much for joining us today. You have been an excellent guest, and congratulations, like I said, off air on your success. I will have links to everything in the show notes. So Whitney's YouTube channel, her Instagram, as well as her YouTube affiliate bootcamp, which is something that we didn't talk about. But if you're looking to get into affiliate marketing, I highly encourage you to go check that out. All of those links and more will be in the show notes. And Whitney, we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.
And that's it for this week's episode of the YouTube Creators Hub show. Every Friday, we release these interviews. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the show, whether you listen via Spotify, Apple Podcast, or some other RSS feed. We would really appreciate it. Don't forget, if you're looking into working with someone around your YouTube channel, I do offer one-to-one YouTube coaching. All of those links are down below. And I promise you, the best money you'll spend in the creator economy today is the $5 that gets you access to our Creators Corner group. You get access to our Discord server with over 300 people talking about YouTube all throughout the week, as well as our monthly mastermind calls, exclusive podcasts from me, and much, much more. So check that out if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys next week.